Hey everybody, this is Robert from Black Belt Gaming. Welcome back. The animal spirit has been unleashed. The wild boar is on a rampage. The bandit bosses are on their way. Let's see if we can survive and win this game. One more round. Let's go. Gorobe is going to kick us off to start. And leading the charge is one of the bosses. And look at that, he's got a lot going on his card. He is decked out here in some fancy looking armor. He's got these wicked looking blades. He's got double penalties over here. However, he is a 6, and it is possible to use him as a defense card. And I think that may be the best way to handle him. So let's say that Gorobe takes him on and protects him from burning down one of the houses. Kanbei is up next, and he takes one of the simple thugs here, a 1. He can ignore the penalty of odd numbers, so why don't we put him over here? I know we could use him as a defense card, but I think it might be better if we could use a higher number defense card over here. I'm just going to take that risk right now. And we'll put Kanbei on 1. We go back to Gorobe. He has no penalties to manage. And he also has a level 1 opponent, which I think he will also do the same and go ahead and cut down. Back to Kanbei. His next enemy is a level 3. He can ignore the penalties here. Let's go ahead and fight him. That's going to take us to a total of 4. Back to Gorobe, we have a penalty here that we cannot ignore. And we've got a ninja symbol. Let's see in the rule book what penalty we're going to have to face. It says we take the top card of the Raider deck and we place it unseen on the intruder stack. So, good decision or bad when we took on this thug. I didn't take into account that we couldn't ignore this penalty. So this guy is an intruder now. I don't know who it is, but we're going to have to deal with him later. So let's go ahead now and draw our next opponent. And we've got the big fella number 4. This might be a good one to defend with. So let's go ahead and put him over here. And Gorobe cuts him down as he's attempting to kidnap some of the villagers. We're going to keep going back to Kanbei. We have an odd number. We can ignore this penalty. We draw our next card. We've got another odd number. Let's go ahead and defend here. We'll put this one beside the villagers. We don't want to have the villagers wiped out at the end of the game. Alright, so back to Gorobe. We still have a situation here. We got this penalty again, smacking us once more. Looks like we're going to have to be dealing with these intruders this time. Gorobe fights one of the lieutenants, a level 5. Nothing to defend against, so he's going in the stack. That's going to take us up to 6. That's a tough fight. He's going to get wounded next turn. Back to Kanbei. Kanbei is here. Let's see, we're beginning our turn. We've got a bunch of support tokens left that we can still make use of. Wonder if there's anything here that can help us. This one, this blue one here, it says that if you draw a Raider card whose value is identical to another card in the combat line, you can place the duplicate card in the discard pile. The purple one over here, it says that every time you draw a card, you may decide to place it under the stack of the Raider cards and draw a new card. And whatever you draw the second time must be taken. Here's the one where you can pass them back and forth. When you draw a card, if it's even, you can pass it. This one, if you draw a card and it's odd, you can pass it. And then this one gets you the ability to fight twice, and we already used that one. So, just keeping those support tokens in mind, I think we're good right now to just keep going. Ignoring this penalty, let's go ahead and fight. We've got a 1, we'll add him to our track to take us to 3, 4, 5, take us to a total of 5. Now we're coming over to Gorobei, and he's going to get wounded. This lieutenant slashes him across the chest, wounding the big fella. And let's see. Let's go ahead and draw his next card. I was about to use a support token, but I don't know. Let's push on. We got a 1. We've already got the house going. Let's put him down on the track. That takes us to 5, 6, 7, total of 7 on the battle board. Alright, we're racing along here. Alright, Kanbei's turn. Support token. He's still got quite a bit of room on his track to battle. He's looking pretty good, in good shape, so let's just keep going. And we've got an even number of 4. However, it does have the hat symbol on it, so let's use that one. And we'll have Kanbei tear him up before he causes any more damage over there in the village. Alright, we're heading back to Gorobei, and we can decide whether to take a support token or not. This penalty, I believe once again this penalty wasn't so bad. I think it says that it doesn't allow us to use our support action, but we can still receive support. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one for now. Gorobei is very good at handling the even numbered enemies, but not so good at handling the odd numbered enemies. So I'm going to put this down. This is going to work just for this turn. So it's a gamble. I don't know if this is going to be worth it or not. This penalty is in place. Boom. And we didn't need to use this, so we've got a 2. A 2 is perfect, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's going to allow us to Ki. Boom, boom. Yeah! Alright, so we get our Ki out, and we get to take one guy out of the track. 5, 6, 7, 8. Takes us down to 8. And that guy goes into the discard pile. And I think that will get rid of our support token for the rest of the game. Gorobei's still got a little room here, and we'll head back over to Kanbei. Oh, I nearly nearly passed up Gorobei's Ki ability here. When he did his Ki, we got to remove the top raider, but he also gets to take the top 2 enemies from the plunderer deck, the raider deck, and put those into the discard pile. One of those was a lieutenant. That really helped. Now we go over to Kanbei. Be nice if he could do something with his Ki power and get rid of those infiltrators, but support token, I don't think so. He's still looking quite good. We got a 4. Actually, this is not so good for him. He's going to get another wound. Don't think there's anything we can do about it. So that's going to take us up to 9. And that's it. So let's head back over to Gorobei and see if we want to use a token or not. I don't think there's much he can do here. Let's see. Support tokens, I'm just considering those again. If we get one with an identical number, we can... I guess you can draw a card. Why don't we use this one since he's getting close? This says that the next card we draw, if it is not a good card for us, we can put it on the bottom. We can't throw it away, we just put it on the bottom and we have to take the other one. So let's see who we're fighting. We can't do any defense. Yes, we can. We can ignore that penalty. He's an even numbered enemy, so we can ignore that. Let's see what we've got. We've got a 2 that would overwhelm us. 5, 6, 7, 8. We can only take a 1 here. I guess... Wow, this is a tough call. I guess I'm going to pass on this guy, and I'm going to take the next card instead. It is also a 2, but it's got a hat on it. And we can ignore that penalty. That's good news. So we can actually put this over here anyway. That worked well. That actually helped us there. So Gorobei is done there. We're back to Kanbei, and Kanbei should be to the last card now, because it was the last 2 cards in the stack. And we know this is a 2. And we've definitely got room to take it on. So first thing we need to do is suffer a wound. Kanbei is going to take a hit. One more hit and the game is over. But fortunately this is our last card. We'll place it. It's a 2. Boom, boom. Takes us to 11. So we've basically fought everyone off so far, but we're not out of this yet. All right, here we go. It says that for each samurai who doesn't have a hat symbol, we have to take a wound, and both of our samurai, fortunately, took care of that. We've got one here and we've got one over here. Each samurai who's not placed one with the farm, we're missing one here, I believe we have to remove one of those. So another farmhouse is destroyed. What would that penalty be? What is that? That looks like the overcome penalty. Or is it just fire? A barricade is destroyed. Alright, so if we were playing on the harder difficulty, a barricade would have been destroyed. Next, what do we do? If we're missing a family symbol, fortunately we've got both, so none of the family members get killed. Let's flip them over one by one. And looks like we can heal. No, let's heal Kanbei's wound. He's close to death. It looks like we may be able to do something here with the infiltrators. You see there? It's the first time I've ever needed to do that. It says place the top card of the intruder stack on the discard pile. So whatever this is just got discarded. Wow, it's one of the bosses trying to sneak in there. Then building a barricade if we were missing one. We only had enough for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just hold there. Now we're to the intruders. It says one by one you flip them over, and we're looking for flames. No flames on this intruder. So what does that mean? If there are no barricades to remove, let's see, flames. If you have flames, one of the barricades is destroyed. And then if there are no barricades to be destroyed, a house is destroyed. But I think that's it. So we go to the end of the third round, and it said if there is one farmstead and one family are remaining, then the players win. So there you have it, folks. We won the game. And that was on the normal difficulty with the 2-player / solo game rules. And it was pretty cool how we were able to work in some of these support tokens. This one didn't really do much for me because I used it at a time where Kanbei was the only active player. It was really unnecessary. That one allowed us to pass a card, and this one I know really helped us out at the end. So there you have it. I find this to be a pretty easy game to play, and I found it quite enjoyable. So both games I've had a good time with it. I think the very first time I played this with my niece, I think we lost all the villagers. Not right away, but I think maybe in the last round or something. So this game, we made it through to the end with all of the villagers alive, and but half the houses burned down. So there you go. There are difficulty levels beyond what I did. There's hard and heroic. So this can get quite a bit more difficult. You're going to get more cards in your deck and additional penalties for houses being burned down and all that kind of stuff. You're probably going to get less barriers at the beginning, so it just becomes more difficult that way. So yeah, I would recommend this game to you. I actually found it less complex, definitely less complex for me than Ghost Stories, because playing that one solo, it's going back a few years when I played it, but somebody even commented on Board Game Geek that they thought I did it wrong, but others thought I did fine, so I'm still a little unclear on that. But this was very easy to get out, put on the table, put together quickly, and jump into the action. And it's you know, living here in Japan and you know, having my degrees in Asian history and all, and especially Japan's martial history, and I just really like the theme. So that was you know, a home run for me anyway. So I really liked it. When I first saw this game, I have to tell you, the artwork on the front, when I saw this, I thought, samurai, yes. But then I saw this guy and I thought, he looks like a pirate. I don't know. And then now that I've played it, I think it's great. So definitely thumbs up for me, and I appreciate everybody watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you later for some more games. Thanks.